page 40. We're about to pray the Hashkivenu prayer that asks for us Sukkot Shalom, a sukkah of peace, to come over us, to come over Jerusalem, to come over the whole world and bring, please God, peace. So here at this time, we have, why don't you guys start walking up around this way? It's the easiest way to get here. We have folks in our community share about how we're making the world a better place. And next Shabbat, Ruby and Noah will be called to the Torah, B'nai Mitzvah. And so they're going to share, keep walking, what they've done in their Tikkun Olam project. Right now.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ruby Polakowski, and for my Tikkun Olam project, I decided to volunteer at the Alexandria House. Alexandria House is a nonprofit organization that provides transitional housing and support for unhoused women and children. But Alexandria House is more than a nonprofit. It's a safe place for women and children in transition who are seeking refuge and need support, and it guides people to a better future. I decided to volunteer at the Alexandria House because my parsha deals with issues that impact women, and I felt a need to serve at an organization that helps women in need no matter what crisis or circumstances they come from. Tikkun Olam calls us to build a community where everyone can succeed. When I volunteered at the Alexandria House, that was my exact mindset. I was directly involved in making hygiene packages for the women there, which helped me understand what basic needs are actually really important. And I also was involved in folding and grouping clothes for children, which made me realize that for me, clothing was always a way to express myself, but for others, it's also just a basic need. I enjoyed learning about the Alexandria House and their mission. If you want to volunteer, donate, or just learn more about Alexandria House, you can visit the website alexandriahouse.org.
Hello everyone, my name is Noah Polakowski, and tonight I'll be speaking about my Tikkun Olam project, where I've decided to sign up for an organization called Food on Foot. This organization is located in Hollywood and is aimed to donate clothes, food, and essential needs like shampoo, body wash, soap, and toothpaste to people that are in need. One of the main reasons I signed up for this organization is because of the special program that they run. This program is 16 weeks long and helps people get a home, a long-term job, and money in the bank. My experience working for this organization was very impactful in my life because I had never really known how bad homelessness was in Los Angeles. Because of this, I felt great working for Food on Foot, and you will too if you decide to sign up. If you are looking to donate to this organization, you can visit foodonfoot.org.
Hashkivenu 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'chamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'chamidenu malkeinu Shalom, 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 shalom.
Continue with the Vishamru. Keep this day separate and special. I just saw this video about how rest and sleep are not the same thing. And I was like, yeah, Shabbat, baby, 25 hours. How can we make some space for deep soul rest and rejuvenation on Shabbat with loved ones, with study, with learning, with walks in the heat or not if you want to be healthy? How can we make space for deep rest on this day set aside? Page 44. If you are able to, we ask you now to rise for the Amidah, the standing prayer. It's nighttime, so we do it silent. We'll begin together on page 46, and then we'll go into our own prayers collectively. We're together and individually, we're in our own hearts, the prayers of the prayer book, the prayers that need to be spoken inside of you tonight as well. Page 46.
Ya na 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 Adonai. Ya na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Ya na 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 Ufi Yagi Teilateh.
So every week that we're here at Nefesh, and we conclude our Amidah, we add in a few prayers of supplication, prayers of our heart. We do prayer for healing for those in our community that need healing, and we also, for these last 11 months, have been doing a prayer for the captives. And this week, that prayer feels a little different. We're holding deeply in our hearts the souls and the families of Carmel Gat and Eden Yerushalmi and Hirsch Goldberg Polin, Alexander Lobanov, Almog Sarusi, and Ori Daninu, all very young, all folks just a couple of weeks ago we were praying with all of our heart would come home alive. And sometimes weeks like this I ask, how do we continue to pray when it feels like our prayers haven't been answered? And how do we find hope in despair? And Hirsch's mother so beautifully eulogized him last week, and Rachel shared, she addressed her son directly, and she said, as we transform our hope into grief in this new unknown brand of pain, I beg of you, please do what you can to have your light shine down on me. And I was struck by the way that even though Hirsch was gone, that relationship wasn't over. It has changed, it's evolved, and the ways they'll continue to communicate are through prayer. And she was still able to have the courage to still turn to prayer herself and used this moment, this eulogy, to say, I also pray that your death will be a turning point in this horrible situation in which we are all so entangled. So tonight, as we say the prayer for these captives, please, God, may our words be felt by those who are still captive. May they be heard and granted by the divine. And may those who need our prayers now more than ever feel their weight. You say the prayer for the captives. Mi sheberach avotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah. ויברך וישמור וינצור את הנדרים ואת כל השבויים בתוך שער אחינו בית ישראל הנתונים בתורה ובשיעה. בעבור שהקהל מתפלל בעבורם, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, ויוציאם מחושך וצל מוות, ומוסריהם ינתק. וממצוקותיהם יושיעם, וישיבם מהר על חיק משפטותיהם. הודו לאדוני חסדו ונפלאותיו לבני אדם. ויקוים בהם מקרא שכתוב ופדויי השם ישובון בציון ברינה ושמחת עולם על ראשם. ששון ושמחה ישיגו ונשאו יגון ואנחה. ונאמר אמן. We now turn our prayers to those in our community who are in need of healing. I invite you to hold those names in your heart, say them on your lips. Please, God, heal them. Please, God, heal her. Please, God, heal him. Please, God, heal me. Elna, Rafana.
Refana finally finally
Ouch. Okay, everybody okay with the unplugging? Yes. So we are in this last book of Torah tonight in Devarim, moving towards the end of our Torah journey for the year. And then, amazing, after the high holidays, we will begin again. And then next year, big secret, we're going to go through the whole thing, and then we're going to begin again. And then the year after that, we're going to go the whole thing, and then we're going to begin again. Many, 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 many times. Favorite book. We're just going to keep opening, diving inside, seeing what it has to say to us right now, right here. So here we are tonight, this week, in Devarim, the last book of Torah, where Moses has lots to say. Devarim, words, lots of words. These words are Moses' words to the people. Lots of instruction just before entering the land, because he is not going to be continuing on in this journey. He is going to die. So part of these instructions, there are a lot of instructions. Just thinking about, okay, there's this and then there's that. It's a lot of instructions. And one piece of instruction in this book, and in this particular parsha, there's lots of talk about judges. It's called Shoftim, this parsha, and the establishment of cities of refuge, boundaries of the land, examination of witnesses to establish that their testimony is truthful and accurate, and that they're acceptable witnesses. So I want to go into the place that's about these cities of refuge. The cities of refuge are a place that you can go if you have mistakenly killed somebody. And the example they use is maybe you were chopping wood with an axe and accidentally the axe flew out of your hands and it landed right on somebody and it killed them. And you did this not on purpose, but they died. And you have fear, rightly so, that somebody might avenge the death and come after you. So the people are to establish cities of refuge where people can run to when they've made this horrible mistake. So they go to this place, and it tells us that they're going to prepare, you're going to prepare the way. And Rashi says, well, what does that mean? We're going to prepare the way. And they said that they'll be inscribed at different crossroads, pointing the way. Miklat, miklat, refuge, refuge. This way to refuge. That's where you can go to be safe and to take refuge. Follow the signs to the city where you will be safe. I've been thinking about walking through a land and seeing a sign that says, you can come take refuge here. And how different that is from the narrative that is happening around, no, don't come here. Don't come here. Refuge, refuge, come, take refuge here. I thought it was moving that you talked about, Ruby, about Alexandria House, and you used the word refuge. That this is a place that you can come take refuge. So there's cities that can be places of refuge, communities, please God, that can be places of refuge. And also, I've been thinking about the idea of how do we make ourselves into places of refuge for each other. I would like to make myself a safe haven, a place of refuge for you. And how can we offer that to each other? We read this parsha always at the same time, always close, because it's the last book, always close to the high holidays. So there's these additional meanings that weave through the Torah portions that are so close to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And on Yom Kippur, and all through this month of Elul, and I know somebody was like, wow, you guys at Nefesh are really into Elul. I've had that reflected to me. We are. Everybody getting the emails? We're really into it. Okay? And I was like, why is that? What is our particular jam around Elul? And it made a lot of sense to me when I sat with it. Elul is the Hebrew calendar month that comes before Rosh Hashanah. And it's a time of preparation, to prepare ourselves, to do a cheshbon nefesh, an accounting of our souls, and to take responsibility for any harm we might have done to others in the past year or beyond, if we weren't able to see that and take responsibility, and then to do tshuva, to do repair. And the reason I think that we really, really go for it and really do all kinds of offerings and practices throughout this month is because we are a community that values practice and taking action. We love study, and we love practice. We're a community where we're looking to walk our talk our walk, put it in our lives, in our legs, in our arms, in our bodies. That was a little side note on Elul. So every year, we read this particular parsha right in this time. And I was thinking about that process of how when we want to do tshuva, when we want to take responsibility for how we've harmed, it might not always come out great the first time. And so I was thinking about the steps of tshuva and how we can, as a refuge for each other, help each other in this process. So you may recall or remember, or hearing it for the first time, that the process of tshuva acknowledges what we've done. If we're still doing it, we would stop. That's like a big deal, right? If you want to do tshuva and you're still making harm, stop. In case you didn't know that part. Stop the harm. Okay? You're going to stop the harm, and then you're going to say out loud, honestly, what you've done. There is a tremendous emphasis on saying the words. Can't just think it. You got to say the words out loud in front of the person. And if it doesn't go well, or they're like, okay, that's good, but come back again, you can come back 3 times to try and make repair. Then it's on them. They need to accept it. So you're coming back 3 times, and then the final step is you're taking actions of repair, right? You're trying to make things better, right? To try and repair the harm. You can't take it away, but there may be actions you can take to repair. I'd like to add an additional step to the steps of tshuva, which are inspired by this place of making a refuge. And that is, before the part where you go to somebody and take responsibility, you find a person who's a person of refuge for you, and you practice saying the words out loud. So that all the defensiveness, all the like, I'm sorry, but, so not helpful, I'm sorry, and you also, no, all of that, you always, I'm sorry, but you always. Get that out. So we can get to a place of making meaningful achrayut, responsibility, and meaningful tshuva. So let's throw that in to this place of what are the steps that we're going to do. So I ask you tonight, where is that place of refuge for you? Who is that person of refuge or community or place of refuge? In whose heart can you reside in a place of safety and support and belonging? And if you don't know where or inside of whom, how can you start to create that? How can you ask? My rabbi suggested that I find a place of refuge. Would you be willing to explore how to do that for each other, to make safe and loving, or safer, nothing's ever safe, space inside of ourselves for each other? What would that look like? And maybe you had that with someone, and it's no longer feeling that way anymore. Is that something you could share with them? I used to feel a place of refuge in you. I don't feel that anymore. Do you feel that in me? Am I a place of refuge for you, a safe haven? How can I work on making that true? I think about making this sacred place, this place of refuge, and this idea of a makom, a sacred place. It's one of the things that we call God, ha-makom, a space. I was thinking about how there's a sacred day where there are these poles and a cloth, and they make a chuppah. And couples go under the chuppah, and they make this incredible sacred space under that chuppah, filled with their love. And they create that space, that refuge inside of each other, witnessed by others. But it is sticks and a cloth. It is not poles and concrete. It is an acknowledgement that it's open on all sides to the winds, to the rain, to the storms, to incredible heat. And yet there is a place of refuge. I'm not saying that the place of refuge is going to protect us from all things, but it is saying, in this place, open on all sides, this tent, this sukkah, I make a place of refuge for you inside of me. In Psalm 27, look at that, another practice for Elul. There's a tradition of saying this psalm every day for this month, Psalm 27. One of the sections of it says, one thing that I ask of you, God, is that I seek to dwell in the house of God all the days of my life. Kol yamei hayai, right? Shaviti bebeit Adonai kol yamei hayai. Because God gave me this shelter and conceals me in the recesses of their tent. Here is a psalm that speaks of such beautiful trust, and yet the metaphors are a sukkah and a tent. There's this acknowledgement that inside the insecurity and change of all that's around us, we are going to make dwelling places for each other. We're going to be honest, they're not going to be fortresses. We don't want fortresses. We want to be making out of sukkahs and tents places of refuge and belonging inside of us. There is a place of protection and shelter. I was also really moved by hearing the funerals that happened this week. There has been so much death in Israel, Palestine, and to hear just individual stories, because we don't get to hear that. We don't get to hear that, the stories of Israelis, the stories of Gazans killed. So to sit for a place and get to hear about a life at a time is so moving. And Rachel Goldberg-Pollen said, in this moment, calling out for refuge, she said, I want to say such a heartfelt thank you to the countless people in our extended community who have held us, cared for us, prayed for us, cooked for us, carried us. I'm so thankful, and I apologize deeply, but we will need continued help to get through this sickening new chapter 2. I'm sorry to ask because we've given nothing and you've already given so profoundly and completely, but I beg of you all, please don't leave us now. That was a direct call for refuge. Please keep holding us now. We still need you. She also asked her son Hirsch to do that for them, to be a refuge for them. I love you and I will miss you every single day for the rest of my life, but you are right here. I know you are right here. I just have to teach myself how to feel you in a new way. The possibility that the dead can be a place of refuge for us. The dead, our ancestors, our chosen ancestors, those that we long for, they can be a place of refuge for us. We had a loss in my family last week, and family is the best word when it's hard to find the words. She was my mother's former partner and stayed in our lives and us in hers all these many, many years. She was Nana Donna to our kids, all of us, but especially my mother was her refuge. As Alzheimer's moved into her 10 years ago, my mother tended to her every need. It was a long decline, and the last years were brutal. I bow with incredible honor to the care you took of her, to the place of refuge you created in your heart for her. And I bow to all of you who are caring for those who need your care, who are a place of refuge. We can take refuge in our beloveds and them in us when we are living and when they have died. We can take a refuge in them and they can take refuge in us. We say at a funeral the El Malay Rachamim prayer, and this translation I have of it that I love so much, it's a poetic translation, says there's a weary flutter of wings and a disquietude we cannot escape. Doves hover and rest their wings-shaped shelter for each other against darkness, rain, and unbearable light. So we too gather to give your soul a canopy of memory. We are your safe haven, the place where nothing you hoped and won is lost or forgotten. The place where nothing you hoped and won is lost or forgotten. Rest here with us, sweet presence. May you be a refuge. May you find refuge. May you be a refuge. May you find refuge, a safe haven, a soft landing, the forest floor. Shabbat shalom.
you're holding my space. A love without the call and I'm looking for a soft place to land, the forest floor, the palms of your hands. I'm looking for a soft place to land. Call me in the night, I don't mind, I don't care, I can't sleep. Call me in the day, in my car, on my way. Call me by my name, all I want is to hear you say. I'm looking for a soft place to land, the forest floor, the palms of your hands. I'm looking for a soft place to land, the forest floor, the palms of your hands, the palms of your hands, the palms of your
Tiffany and Robert, where you guys sit? There you are. We're having a kindred spirit moment.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Robert.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're Nefesh kin.
Is there anybody here enjoying a Nefesh Shabbat for the first time? If you're comfortable, raise your hand. Awesome. Or put your name in the chat. Well, welcome, welcome. We love Nefesh, and we think that you will love it too. We've been Nefesh kin for a couple of years now, and we did some shul shopping before joining, but we were immediately drawn to Nefesh.
Near the start of almost every service, Rabbi Susan says something to the effect of, "You're questioning if you should be here, then you should be here." And for us, that is so true.
There's an authenticity to Nefesh. There's a genuine artifact. It's a friendly community. It's community with a capital C. It is refuge. One way that we love to sort of connect with Nefesh is by hosting our monthly Shabbat dinners. We've done that. We've hosted Nefesh Ken at Passover. If you've been to our Shabbat dinners in the past, we would love to have you back. And if you've never been, please sign up to the community dinners, and we'd love to have you in our home. Tiffany makes a fine meal that you will enjoy. I get stuck with the dishes, but she's the important part. Our son Elliot, a few months after we joined, we're coming here, we brought him here. Even before the end of the evening, he looks up at us and says, "When are we going to come back?"
And now for the pitch. But this community can't thrive without support from kin and the larger community. The infrastructure of Jewish communal life is not glamorous, but it costs money, lots of money, even when you're a young, scrappy community. Where does the money go? Space rentals, staff, clergy, teachers, these amazing musicians you heard tonight, they practice too. It's not just tonight that they're here. And also insurance. You can't forget insurance. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Have you been thinking about becoming kin or learning more about becoming kin? Nefesh offers a unique membership model that doesn't include set dues, a pay-what-you-can model. If you are compelled to, we encourage you to join us in becoming kin or join for the high holidays and keep this wonderful experiment rolling. You can learn more by visiting nefeshla.org or by reaching out to Jordana, Nefesh's wonderful executive director, after Shabbat, of course.
Maybe you're experiencing Nefesh for the first time, or you're semi-regular and you're not quite ready to make the jump into the kin pool just yet, but please consider making a donation to this community. No donation is too small.
And also see if where you work has matching donations, because mine does. Robert, Elliot, and I look forward to meeting more of you, and thank you all for being a part of the Nefesh community. Shabbat Shalom, stay cool, stay hydrated, and have a wonderful weekend.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Jordana. I'm the executive director. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Robert. Shkoyach. Insurance. It's not a joke. I'm here to make the announcements. The first thing I want to talk about that Rabbi Susan also was talking about, it's Elul. There are Elul offerings. We are giving you so many ways to spiritually prepare this month for the upcoming high holidays. The Elul Spiritual Challenge with Rabbi Susan, a series of self-guided videos from Rabbi Susan that come each week, sometimes. Started on Monday of last week, but it's not too late to join. We encourage you to sign up. This Sunday at 6 p.m. here in this building, rabbinic intern Sasha Perry is going to be leading a teaching about land in the time of the Torah. It's going to be fabulous. Come, join. There are other offerings coming up. There's going to be a Zoom conversation with Rabbi Julia Watts-Belzer, as well as a conversation between Rabbi Susan and Dov Waxman on September 29th. We're still in September. And then it's the high holidays. Yeah, that's right. Please register for the high holidays. Please, 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 if you're planning on coming, and I know you're planning on coming. So please register for the high holidays. If you have any questions about how to do it, whether you're kin or not kin, first timer, pay what you want to make an extra donation. Who doesn't want to make an extra donation? Come talk to me. We'll sort you out. And I want to talk about the Shabbat community dinners, because they come up at the end of the month on the fourth Friday of every month. Robert and Tiffany talked about it. They literally host every month, y'all. They are amazing. And we always need more kin to host. So if you're planning on hosting a Shabbat community dinner on the fourth Friday of this month, the month of Elul, the month of September, can you raise your hand? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I need a few more kin who are willing to host Shabbat community dinners. Not willing, but excited about hosting Shabbat community dinners. That's what I'm saying, Jessica. Sign up. There's a form. All right, I have one more announcement, but it's not going to come from me. It's going to come from Rabbi Aaron, and it is about a new tikkun project that we are embarking on called Laundry Love. Rabbi Aaron, it's all you.
Hey, folks. So a few of you were able to join me last night. We had a training for this Laundry Love offering we're going to be doing every month. So the third Wednesday night of the month, so starting this month, September 18th at Lux Laundry here in Echo Park. Lux Laundry has very generously given us the laundromat just for this coalition of interfaith partners. a group called Serving Together Echo Park. It includes us and a few of the churches in the neighborhood. And the hope is for us to have about 12 to 14 volunteers at a minimum show up one Wednesday night a month to do laundry for folks, provide laundry services for folks who need that extra help, that extra support. If you weren't at that training, it's not a big deal. You can show up at 5:30, and basically you'll be quickly oriented on what your role will be, whether that's being the soap person or loading the money card or just chatting with people in line. This was a program that was run at that laundromat for about 5 years until the pandemic, and we're really excited to be relaunching it. So if you have any questions, you can come chat with me about it. You can chat with Sonia about it. We're really psyched to be able to offer this community. So excited to have many of you there.
We are kicking off Macomb this Sunday, our Jewish learning program. I'm excited to see many of you there. And our next Shabbat service together is going to be next Saturday. Very excited to welcome Noah and Ruby back up to the Bima as B'nai Mitzvot. And the last thing, mitzvah, thank you, Rabbi. And the last thing that I want to say is Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Jordana. Rabbi Julia Watts-Belzer, the one who's coming up in the Elul teaching, I've shared some of her teachings, incredible rabbi, disability Torah. It's incredible. I can't say enough how much I've learned from her Torah. So I really hope you will come. She's out of town, that's why it's on Zoom. She doesn't live in LA. I hope you will come. And that conversation with Dev Waxman is about the tectonic shifts since October 7th in the Jewish community. He's an incredible professor, and that's in person. So all of that. And Sunday with our fabulous Sasha Perry rabbinic intern right here. Okay. Are they also going to be live streamed? Do you mean all the teachings? Like the Dov Waxman one, I'm pretty sure, are we live streaming this Sunday? That one's just in person. Dov Waxman, yes, and then Rabbi Belzer is only online. So that was also on Zoom. Yeah, the one that already happened. Any joyful things? Yes, Sam. Senior year, kicking it off. Other joyful things? Yes. Welcome, Brett. Nice. Joyful things? Yes.
We won a historic contract for the County of Ventura, the physicians who work in Ventura.
Physicians, you said? Doctors won a contract.
Really making union history contract.
Wow, beautiful. Historic contract.
Yes, control over their schedules and patients.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, Max. You started 9th grade, high school? That's amazing. Yes. 1 week till we got B'nai Mitzvah right here. Martha, yes. Luna's short film streaming at the Academy Museum. Beautiful. Okay, everyone, let's get on our feet if we're able to for some joy. Tiffany. To be a foster family, Mazel Tov. Okay, everyone, on your feet. Elaine, you, 282.
There will come a
are going to conclude the service tonight in the same way we conclude every service in the Jewish tradition in honor of those who have died. Collectively, as a community, we'll hold the precious lives lost in Israel, Palestine, holding those in Ukraine and in Sudan. And tonight, I would like to also hold the students and teachers who were killed at Appalachia High School in Georgia in a shooting this week. And so we will be saying Kaddish on behalf of all of them. And in addition, we'd like to call forward anyone who is in the first year of a mourning of the loss of a loved one, or if it's a yurtzeit, meaning it's an anniversary of a death that's happened this week in past years. And we'll make sort of a, what shape is that? Oval. A long oval. So we're going to go
Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom,
Yeah, we're going to do Kiddush right here. Just a moment to thank Ari and Sally and Philip and Dan and Dave. What a beautiful service.
Sabri Chavrai, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Kiddushan b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, Be'ava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaro lema'ase v'reishit, ki hu yom techilam lemikrae kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן לחיים. ברשות ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. אמן. פתי עוון, שבת שלום.